What is going on, guys? Achilles here, and I know that I haven't posted anything in quite a long time. Um, to be quite honest, this is kind of like, uh, this is more like an opening up video, just kind of explaining to you guys what's been going on. And this is actually probably going to be some foreign gameplay to you guys. This is actually what I've been up to for the last like 2 months or so, what I've been playing instead of World of Tanks. It's actually called Smite. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of it. I'm sure some of you have. It's a lot like League of Legends. It is a MOBA. And this is a pretty good gameplay for you guys. I'm sure most of you probably aren't going to know what's going on, so I'm going to try to explain what's going on as it goes on. But this is pretty much what I've been up to, and I kind of just wanted to explain to you guys what's been going on with the whole World of Tanks thing. So yeah, about a month ago, a month and a half, you know, I got some of my premium tanks back and stuff like that. I'm sure I told you guys in that last video or whatever that I did. And, you know, I told you I was going to do the Motherland review and stuff like that, but to be completely honest with you guys, I've just completely lost my passion for the game. And I just wanted to be straight up with you guys. And I know this is probably going to be, you know, a super, like, weird tangent going off, just completely, you know, out of the norm, posting something like this, but I just kind of wanted to put this out as a feeler to see if any of you guys would enjoy, like, different games. You know, of course, I kind of started my channel based around World of Tanks, but I just really don't enjoy the game anymore. And I honestly have had no inkling to play it at all. Even with this upcoming like free CDC event, I honestly have no will to play the game at all. So, you know, I hopped on maybe like a couple days ago and played like 3 or 4 games, and I don't know, man, it just didn't do it for me anymore. It's just, you know, the RNG, you know, just too much randomness in the game, and then you know, artillery and, you know, completely retardedly overpowered tanks and stuff like that just really ruined it for me. And, you know, I just don't have fun playing it anymore. And, you know, I've kind of transitioned to this game, and this is actually probably one of the most fun games I've played in a really long time. It was really refreshing to play you know, like a new game. Even though I'd played this previously when it came out. Well, not when it came out. I never played it in the beta, but my friend Dibs, as many of you know, I've mentioned previously, and you've seen him plenty of times. You know, he actually tried to get me to play this a really long time ago, and I tried it, and I didn't really like it because I wasn't very good at it. But, you know, it's a lot like World of Tanks. I like to, you know, equivocate this to that. You know, there's like 77 characters or gods in this game. It's based around like Greek gods, or just not Greek, like just a whole bunch of pantheons and just gods and goddesses from each pantheon. There's like Roman, Greek, Chinese, Japanese, Hindu, what's another one? I think there's Norse. You know, there's a ton of them. And so you see here, I actually am playing Poseidon, the Greek god of the sea. He's pretty beast. You know, this is just a really fun game, and, you know, it took a little while to get the hang of, but, you know, once I finally, you know, figured out what what all the other characters can do and what I'm capable of and what I should and shouldn't do, and you know, just learning the maps and stuff like that, this game really just started getting a lot more fun. And, you know, it's unlike World of Tanks. There's a lot of things that you can predict that are gonna happen. You know, there's no real surprises ever in this game, because the expected outcome is going to happen probably about 99% of the time, and that's really what I like, is, you know, certainty that something is going to happen when I do it. Whereas in World of Tanks, you know, you never know if your shots are going to hit. You never know if you're going to get like some bullshit low penetration roll, and that's just really what burned me out on the game. Honestly, I think I really did play it a lot, you know, maybe way too much. And I just really don't enjoy it anymore, man. You know, it's going to take some drastic changes, you know, like fixing artillery and, you know, rebalancing tanks and stuff, but I mean, I don't see that coming in the future at all. So yeah. So Smite, this is a really fun game. It's been out for about 4 years now, you know, probably same time span as World of Tanks. It did come out on the Xbox console version, I think about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. And it's just such a fun game, man. And you see here, I actually am playing Poseidon. And for those of you who have no idea what a MOBA is or how it works or anything, basically there's pretty much like these maps, and there's where I'm actually playing a game type called Clash. It's not the normal, like, you know, what's the frickin' what's the map called? Summoner's Rift in League or whatever. It's not like the normal 3-lane with the huge jungle. There is a map in here, or in Smite. It's called just the Conquest map. It's extremely similar, but very different in some ways. And you know, I've played League before, and I really doesn't. It's not as fun as this game. I feel like it's a lot more personal when you're playing in this third-person perspective, and it adds this completely new, you know. You have to have a completely new set of awareness since it's not a top-down view, and when people come up behind you and stuff like that, you know, you really do have to be like looking at the map and paying attention to what's going on. So pretty much the basis for this game is you start out, everybody picks a god. There's 77 gods. There's 5 different classes. There's the mages, which is what Poseidon is, and then there's guardians, which are like super tanky, you know, like support characters. And then there's assassins, which like Thor, like the guy on my team right next to me, you see there. He's you know, pretty much like gonna get the kills. You know, just your only job is to kill people. And you know, some assassins are really good at taking out towers, which is pretty much how you get to progressing to winning the game. As you can see on the mini map there, you see the 2 towers, and then you'll see like 2 bird-looking things. And then you know, you got a nice oh baby a triple there. That was beautifully set up by the Bacchus there. He is a support character, but you see the 2 little bird things, and then you'll see like the thing in the top right corner. That is the Titan. Pretty much you have to destroy both towers, and then you get to the 2 phoenixes, and then they spawn super minions, which you see those little things walking in front. They're called fire minions. Once you destroy like a phoenix in the right lane, you'll get fire minions in the right lane, and vice versa, and you can get both at the same time. And the goal is pretty much just to kill the enemy Titan, and that's how you win. There's no time limit on the games. There's no like set kill count, and it's a very, very high skill based game. You know, there are some cheese characters. Like I don't want to say Poseidon is easy to play, but he's definitely on the easier end for like beginner players. Now granted, you're gonna see that I'm gonna explain like this build that I'm doing. You can see my items on the left there. Those are like the items you buy in the shop to, you know, critique your play style, how you're gonna play. The traditional Poseidon play is like super like full damage, like full penetration, like you're just trying to maximize the amount of damage you can do with your abilities. As you saw like 3 or 4 times now, since Poseidon has release the Kraken for his ultimate ability, it's really, really, really powerful. And you can, towards the end of the game, you can literally just one-shot people, and I think you're going to see that numerous times towards the end of the game. As you saw with that triple kill earlier, there was like 3 people with like 3/4 health, and I just murdered all of them. You know, Poseidon is all about just massive AoE burst damage. And he also has a very interesting kit. You're going to see here, I just bought an item, it's called Fatalis, and it actually increases your movement speed. And the top tier 3 item, you can actually, you know, use your basic attacks and still be moving at 100% speed. You don't lose your movement speed advantage for using your basic attacks. So you can pretty much just like follow people until they're dead, or else until they jump away or something like that. And it's a really good item for Poseidon because he doesn't have an escape, which is, you know, there's just so much to talk about with this game. I really, really do hope that some of you guys enjoy like this kind of different kind of stuff. And you know, any kind of feedback is welcome. You know, I understand that if you guys are, you know, this isn't very well received, that I just kind of like completely flip-flopped 180 and just started playing a different game. You know, I just kind of wanted to put a feeler out there and let you guys know like what truly is going on. Just because I really just don't enjoy World of Tanks anymore, and that's the sad fact of it. But you're gonna see here, my teammates here, we're pushing up the left lane here. And you know, there's so much to talk about with this game, man. Like I could try to explain everything that's going on right now in 20 minutes or however long this game was, but it's just not gonna happen. You see here, this is one of the what they call a camp, and they provide buffs. I just picked up a damage buff, as you saw it said it right above it. There's various buffs in the game that you can pick up, and they're pretty much like focal points for, you know, your teammates to, like, you know, have like a team fight. Like the damage camp is very, very it's a pretty hot commodity on this map, the Clash map, just because it's like the centerpiece, and at the start of the game it's pretty much instigates a team fight instantly. But you can see on the left and right lane, and then the Sun Wukong just comes in the fountain, which is pretty much like where you can regen health and mana, which is the mana is your what you use to cast your abilities. and you go back to the fountain, like you can back, as you've seen me do numerous times, to regen all that. And if the enemy team walks in it, they pretty much just instantly die. Granted, you can still kill people if they're super low health or you hit them for like some just metric shit ton of damage. You can do it, but general rule of thumb is you don't want to fountain dive. It's a pretty stupid idea. And then you see here just cleaning up the Kukulkan here. He is actually I think like a Chinese dragon, some king of some sea. I don't know. The Chinese have a ton of like rivers and seas and stuff that they have gods for. There's plenty of them in the game, like Susano and stuff. For some of you guys who actually like know who these people are. But you know, this game is just a really fun game. It's definitely a lot like World of Tanks in that you really do have to understand you know, what each character can do and what their limitations are. Like my limitations is Poseidon. I'm a very squishy character. I do a metric fuck ton of damage, but I also die extremely quickly. As you can see here, the Bastet there, she's actually an assassin. I think she's in an Egyptian, I don't remember what she's the god of, but she's the goddess of something. I think like goddess of the felines or something like, I don't know. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. But as you saw there, I was getting absolutely melted just super quick. And you know, that's just one of the downsides of Poseidon. Like, you gotta know when, you know, like when you burn your entire kit, all your abilities, and you know you get your kills, you gotta get the fuck out of there, or unless you have like support with you, like our Bacchus and our Geb, which are two guardians. Which I got really lucky because our Bacchus, the drunk guy walking around drinking wine the entire game, you're gonna see here on the right, just jumping around and burping at people. This guy was a fucking champ. This dude was a beast. He allowed me to set up stuff like this, just absolutely murdering people, just picking up a two-piece there. And you know, it's just, this game just brings back that adrenaline rush, man. Like, this is probably one of the most satisfying games to you know, play when you are doing well. I really do find an enjoyment in playing this game and beating other people. Like, even more so than World of Tanks, just because, you know, sometimes randomness can just grant someone, you know, like a one-shot ammo rack or just something stupid like that. Like, nothing like that ever happens in this game. You're pretty much in charge of your fate, and if you make a dumb move and the enemy knows what they're doing, they're going to capitalize on it, and, you know, it's completely your fault, or you just don't have teammates to help you. You know, Poseidon is an extremely reliant character on, you know, having help around him. You know, you saw I just killed that guy right there, but I had help with me. I mean, I probably would have soloed him just because I'm like really over leveled right now, which I haven't explained. So in each game, there's a leveling system. You go from level 1 to 20, and you level up your abilities. You have 20 slots for your abilities, and your abilities max at 5 levels each. Usually your ult is the last thing you level. When you hit level 20, you'll level the last tick of your ult. But all your other abilities, it depends on which guy, whatever you want to level first. You know, it really does all depend on what your kit is. For my Poseidon build, I'm building an item called Gem of Isolation, and you'll see me put down the Whirlpool, and they can't get out of it. It actually ends up slowing them while they're actually in the Whirlpool itself, or just any ability that I cast on them, they're slowed for 2 seconds, which is really good with Poseidon because you can cast the Whirlpool, which you've seen me do, and then just release the Kraken, and they just die. And then even after the Krakens come down and they're in the middle of it, it stuns them, so they're still in the Whirlpool taking damage and they're still slowed. So then I can, you know, clean them up with my basic attacks here. And you're gonna see those items on the left, the red sword and the one under that. Those are basic attack, pretty much buffs. The one below the sword is called Telkin's Ring, or actually no, that's Demonic Grip. And it basically gives my basic attacks more damage, which is why you see me just absolutely shredding people with my basic auto attacks. Poseidon is really, he's a really one-dimensional god if you build him like just super damage, like all damage, all penetration, like no movement speed or no, you know, assisting to your auto attacks or your movement speed or anything like that. The Fatalis ability increases your movement speed, as I mentioned earlier, and it enables you to, you know, stay on someone, because if you hit someone or hit like a minion, I call them creeps, if you hit them with a basic attack, you don't lose that, or you don't take that movement penalty when you are using a basic attack, so you can just chase people. And that works really well with Poseidon's second ability. As you see, he like throws out 3 water things, or like 3 shots of water instead of 1, which makes it really easy to kill people that are, you know, like moving around you, trying to juke you. And it's just a really good ability. And I've just been playing Poseidon a lot recently, and I'm sure I'm just gonna show you guys just tons of replays. I have so many replays of just absolutely insane games. I'm just kind of waiting to see how the feedback is on this, just to see what you guys think, if you guys would like something like this. It is different. I know it is different, and for some of you guys, it's completely different, and you guys have never seen a MOBA before. But it's just a really, really fun game, and I encourage you to try it. It's a very, I don't want to say it has a very, very high learning curve, but once you figure things out, this is an extremely fun game. Me and Dibs have actually helped probably about 2 or 3 of my friends. Some of you guys may know Jack the Ripper, the leader of the Uni clan or whatever. You know, helping you guys who still play World of Tanks, trying to get better, helping you guys out with that stuff. I actually got him into this game, and he plays with me quite frequently now. And it's just a lot of fun. It is a very, very fun game. It's even for newer players, just because the matchmaking isn't too terrible. But I've been playing for quite a while now, so I like to think I'm half decent at the game. Not very good by, you know, any stretch of the mean, compared to like people who play like ranked and stuff. I just get absolutely dumped on by them. But you know, I can't recommend this game enough. Even though, you know, some people have played League and they say they don't like the MOBA style. You know, I played League before and I didn't like it, so I was really skeptical to, you know, trying something new. With Smite, but you know, I just really like the third-person style. It's a very different aspect. You don't have this like top-down. You know, you always know like if someone's behind you or something like that. It just really does increase the potential for, you know, like outplays and, you know, sneaking up on people, and you know, just it maximizes the amount of, or it just makes sure that the person that's, you know, trying to kill you, like, they have to know what they're doing. Like, you have to have map awareness. Like, you have to be on top of things. You got to be paying attention. As you saw, as I mentioned earlier, when you're one-shotting people with the Kraken, I just one-shotted Bastet right there. Yeah, as mentioned before, Poseidon, the Kraken doesn't fuck around. So yeah. But that is gonna be pretty much it for this video, guys. I really do hope that you guys enjoy this. It is slightly different, I know. I do take my first death here, I think. Kind of sad. Actually, no, I don't. But yeah, I hope you guys do enjoy this kind of, you know, mix-up of replays, or it's just one replay, as the games are pretty long. This is a relatively short game for, you know, one match, because we actually were dumping on these kids. It's, what is it, 27-4. Yeah, these guys weren't doing too well. But you know, it's just a really fun game. I hope you guys, you know, see the light in this, and I hope you guys understand why I just completely have strayed away from World of Tanks at this point. You know, I might make a video about it here or there, you know, depending on, you know, how I'm feeling about it. But at this point, honestly, I'm just gonna be straight up with you guys. I don't see myself playing that game for like long quantities of time anytime soon. I just really don't enjoy it anymore. And I just kind of strayed away from it, and I like the predictability, and I like knowing what's gonna happen in the game, and knowing that when I do something, like, I'm gonna get X or Y effect from it. And like, if I put in X, I'm gonna get Y. I really do like that formula in a game, and Smite is one of those games that really does deliver that kind of, you know, formula, I guess you could say. So this game is coming to a close here. I think they actually do end up surrendering here, just because they were just getting absolutely fucking ass blasted. But I really do hope you guys enjoy this, and I know I've said that at least 6 times now, and I do in pretty much all my videos. For some reason, I need to stop doing that. But I hope you guys do like this, you know, twist of things, and I'm gonna let you guys watch the rest of the replay. I think I end up going like 15-2 here, or something, 16-2, or something like that. Just massive amounts of player damage. I don't actually think I show the scoreboard. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Whether you like it, whether you hate it, whether you want to see more of it, want to see more tanks. Just let me know in the comments. I know this is extremely new, and this is a really drastic change. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Achilles, and I'll catch you guys later.
An enemy has left the game. missing left.